Guinness World Record holder for the longest business lesson lasting for a duration of 72 hours. It is something we need to again give credit for it. Now, a few words about Dr. Professor and Engineer Muthu. He is a founder and coordinator of Sky Center in Qatar since 2002. He has been practicing Sky System since 29 years. That is right from 1991. He has been teaching in other Gulf countries like Bahrain, Kuwait, Dubai, and Muscat. About his engineering background, educational background, he is a BSc in chemistry, BTech in instrumentation engineering from Madras Institute of Technology, MSc in yoga, bachelor's degree in naturopathy, registered medical practitioner, and in naturopathy in India, approved by Government of India and a qualified astrologer, and lot more. I'm just cutting it short. He's serving as a GM in a leading prestigious company, private company in Qatar since 22 years. He has conducted 200 courses in Tamil and 50 courses in English in Gulf countries. And besides, a good program for the youth, Yoga for Youth Empowerment. I welcome you all again because you all have a positive attitude in reducing your stress level. We all wish for success. And when you aspire for success, there is also a perception about success. These are different states of mind. I'm sure this session will help you to reduce your stress level. And I thank Dr. George and Professor Thomas and Muthu sir, because they wholeheartedly accepted at one request. So thanks to all of you and thanks to all the panelists.
Now over to Muthu sir for your valuable words.
May the whole world enjoy prosperity, happiness, and peace. May the whole world enjoy prosperity, happiness, and peace. Be blessed by the divine. Good evening to every one of you. Mind can be a best friend or worst enemy. Mind can be a beautiful servant or dangerous master. So we need to master our mind to get mastermind. I am really honored to be with all of you today, particularly with the mastermind group members. And I thank all the panelists, organizers to give me this opportunity to share my views and our guru's views about stress management. I am from World Community Service Center, as Mr. Manoj said, it's called as Sky Centers. We are a non-profit, non-religious educational institute with an objective of achieving world peace. World peace cannot be achieved unless individual is at peace. So we have systemized education models for everyone to enjoy peace and bliss throughout their life. That is our simple objective of our organization. We all know that most of the schools and colleges, they teach how to make money. It is called servile education. But rarely the society teaches how to have a blissful life or how to enjoy a happy life. That is probably a little bit lacking from our society side. Before we go to a job, we take training. But before marriage or before we get any responsibility in terms of family, we don't get any training. We just follow what our parents used to follow. So there is some kind of life education which is required in today's world, though the humanity has achieved tremendous growth in all walks of life. Take medicine or communicate, you take any field, we have achieved tremendous growth. However, the other side of the truth is, are we enjoying happiness all the time throughout 24 hours? If I ask that question, we have to tell we are struggling to enjoy happiness. That means something is wrong somewhere in the way we are living today. So we need to look back ourselves. What are we doing? Where we have gone wrong? Our parents, without much of electronic gadgets and things like that, I'm sure they are more happier than us with all this power, money, education, knowledge, skills, everything we have, but still we are struggling to enjoy happiness. So really, we have to look back ourselves. Why can't we have a happy life? Happy life means stress-free life. One small request, is it possible to share my PowerPoint?
Fine, sir.
Yes.
It's possible. It's
How
possible.
can I do it?
Share, Anthony, sir.
Hello, Muthu sir. Hello, Muthu sir.
Yeah, I'm hearing.
In below there is a share screen option in green color. Can you
Yeah.
see?
Okay, fine. I'll do that now.
The up arrow.
Yeah.
Sir, you have to open the PPT first, sir. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Screen view. I mean, like, yeah. Yes.
Are you able to see my screens?
Yes,
Yes, sir.
Uh, is it clear, right?
Yes, sir.
very clear.
Okay, great. So now, what are we going to discuss today? A couple of points. First of all, what is stress? Although many people talk about stress, they know about stress, there is some kind of misunderstanding which we will try to clear it today. And what are the causes for stress? And what are the types of stress? And what is happening when stress is there? Or what are the effects of stress? What is the chemistry of stress in our body? And how to manage the stress? And there are many methods by psychiatrists, medical science, but what is a yogic method to manage stress? And is there any practice to manage our stress? These are the things which we are going to discuss for the next half an hour or 40 minutes. In physics, stress means if you take a tissue box like this is an object. If I put 5 kg of weight, then the tissue box is compressed. It's called stress. Or I fix it here, but I put 5 kg at the bottom, then it gets elongated. So it is under stress. The stress is nothing but a deformation of this tissue box, either compressed or elongated. So there are two kinds of stresses for any physical object. The same thing applicable for us. Before we understand what is stress for human beings, let me ask you to think for a minute. You think of a district collector or CEO of a big corporate company, and think of a driver, our driver at our home or our office, or the taxi driver who is taking us to office. What do you think the stress level for a CEO of an organization compared to our maid or driver? What do you think? Just think for yourself. What could be the stress level for CEO and a driver? Now let's go back what exactly stress means. If you think the CEO or district collector is more stressed because of lot of responsibility he has compared to a driver for his just a monotonous work, not much of complication, no much of restriction, no much of intelligence required to do that job, then we have misunderstood about stress little bit. The stress is, what is stress? Stress is the body's reaction to a threat or a danger or to a harmful situation. Something is not good, and what is my body reaction to it? Simple. One dog is chasing, I'm on the street. Now I have to either fight with a dog or run away from the dog. Now I have a situation. If I have to manage that situation. The body, how it reacts to that situation, that is called stress. And the dog, which is causing the stress, is called stressor. It causes the stress, so it is called a stressor. So now the stressor is the one which causes the stress. Like for example, Corona. Today, the moment we open a TV channel, any news or newspaper, or WhatsApp even, my God, so much of words like distancing and the head count or under active treatment, under testing, all these head counts, the moment we hear these words, how we react to it. Maybe I am not at all stressed for Corona, whereas my wife is too much stressed. No, don't touch the hand door. Maybe Corona is there because just now the maid left. Like that, so many things she could be stressed for Corona, whereas I am not stressed for it. No, stress is not the Corona is not going to affect for those who has high immunity. I have high immunity. Why I should bother about? I don't care at all. For me, it is not stress, but for her, it is a stress. So the stress is not the cause. Actually, how I react to the stress, that how I react to the situation, that decides the degree of stress. CEO may have lot of responsibilities, lot of commitments, lot of targets, lot of deadlines. Doesn't matter how we react compared to a driver. Driver can be more stressful than a CEO or a prime minister or a collector of any district if he reacts like that. So stress, what is stress? Is simply how we react to it. It is not stress that kills us. It is our reaction to it. And in fact, that is the stress. So we have to understand how I react decides my stress level, not the situation, not the threat, or not any external event which could cause me stress. Now, there are many related terms for stress: tension, anxiety, fear, phobia, worry, depression, bipolar. Medical terms are there. All these are effect of stress. We call it in different words, different names at different occasions, but everything is stress. In simple words, stress is a psychological pain against anything. If I feel some pain inside for something which is happening around me, or nothing is happening around me, inside itself I am stressed. Oh, I have given my blood for sugar analysis. I don't know what is going to be sugar level. The result has not yet come, but I am thinking about that and I am stressed. So stress is a psychological pain, simply psychological pain, and how I react to the situation, that decides the degree of stress. Now, statistics, just to give you an idea, 60 to 65 million in India are stressed. You know, there are many statistics which is coming out, which is very much alarming. We are in 21st century. The biggest challenge facing the humanity today in this century is not cancer or any other disease. It is mental depression. The next slide you see in Indians, the survey says 91% of Indians, some kind of stress they have. And men are more stressed than women. And married people are more stressed than bachelors. All these statistics are telling we have to learn something, how to react to those situations. The causes of stress, it could be external, like life changes, means somebody has lost the business, lost the job, or business is lost, closed ones are died, or there is a divorce, or there is a big financial debt which he is not able to settle it, or every day he is workaholic or have to work for 18 hours or 16 hours, and he has no good relationship with the children or family. All these things are external stresses, external things which is causing me the stress. And there are internal stress. I am not able to accept what is my sugar level is not under control. I am not able to accept it. I am always thinking why my sugar is not controlled. I consulted more than 50 doctors, and not only allopathy, homeopathy, Siddha, Ayurveda, whatnot, everything I consulted, and still my sugar is not in control. I am not able to accept it. So internal stress, negative self-talk. Somebody called and they talked to us for 10 minutes. Once the call is over, why this lady is telling like that? Now I think, I analyze about that. I went through so much of negative self-talk. Again, it is a stress. Unrealistic expectation. And some people want always the perfect in everything. Whatever they do, if they do even make a coffee should be perfect. It can cause stress because not everybody is same. And lack of assertiveness, lack of assertiveness, that also can call, because sometimes, particularly in offices, many of Indians have great strength. They are appreciated everywhere for their hard work, loyalty, so much of positive things. But compared to other nationals, we people lack in terms of assertiveness. We are afraid to say no. We take too much of work in our head and we try to complete it. Where no is required, we have to say no, otherwise we will be stressed. So there are two causes, internal causes, external causes. So all these factors can cause stress to us. Now there are three types of stresses: acute stress, episodic stress, chronic stress. What is acute stress? Short-term stress. I am on my way to the office. There is a traffic jam. I don't know when the jam will be cleared. Half an hour I am struck. I am in stress now because I have a meeting. I have to do some job to complete it before noon. But I am on the road now, so the traffic jam can cause a short-term stress. And there is an argument with my wife in the morning before coming to office. So that argument, I started thinking now, oh my God, why I argued with my wife before coming to office? Now in the evening, I don't know what is going to happen. I'm sure he will shout back. Now I have to manage it. He is tensed before going to home for 2 hours because something he made an argument short term. It is called acute. And if nowadays people, if they can't see WhatsApp for 1 hour, people are stressed. And if there is a power cut in the midnight, oh, the 10 minutes is a disaster. And everybody is stressed when there is a power cut. So these are called acute stress, episodic stress. That short-term stress, if it comes frequently, every day my boss is shouting. Every day I have an argument with my wife. Every day there is a power cut. Then it becomes episodic stress because it is happening daily. Then the chronic stress is a long-term stress, lifelong stress. There are some death of close ones, that could be some accident, which can impact us throughout our life. And those things are also called chronic stress because some people, we come across people, mother or wife, they used to tell to their boys, hey, why are you also behaving like your father? That means she is fed up with the father and she is telling the son, why you are also behaving like a father? Now again, the father, husband is not going to listen to this particular aspect, and it become a chronic stress for her throughout the life. As long as he is there, both are together, that stress is there with them. So it is called chronic stress. So there are 3 types of stress. Now, alchemy of stress. What is happening? Alchemy means, the transformation. People used to transfer iron to a gold. That is called alchemy. Some transformations are happening. Now, if I am stressed, what is happening within me? What is the chemistry which is going on inside me? Assume that there is a dog which is chasing me, and the dog is already few people bite and they are in hospital and they are in danger condition. Now that dog is started chasing me. Now I have 2 options. It is called as fight or flight. You fight with the dog and you manage the situation, or flight, run away from the situation, from the dog, so that you are safe. We need to face such dangerous threat or harmful events throughout our life, many places, car or road or office or at home, anywhere we may face such harmful events, harmful situations, and we have to somehow manage that situation. So in 1920, there was one Walter. He did a scientific or experiment or study. When animals are stressed, when some animal is chasing another animal to kill it, what kind of physiological changes the animal is going through it. And he found that there are a lot of hormones which is secreted when somebody is in dangerous condition or threat condition or harmful situation. And the same thing he studied, that in human beings also, when we are under stress, we also come across those changes within us. Now, why these changes are happening within us? It is because the design, the God is so kind. The divine is helping us to manage the situation by improving my strength, by improving my muscle strength, or improving the blood. There are so many things are happening within me. I might not have run at that speed in a normal situation if you ask me to run. But when a dog is chasing, I can run so fast because of the changes which is happening within me. That is the reaction of stress within us.
Sir, excuse me.
Yeah.
Sir, there is a request to increase the volume a bit, if possible.
Okay. Is there any adjustment of mic somewhere?
No, sir. Volume is sufficient.
Volume is good for us.
But there is a request if there is a possibility.
I can't see anything for mic, but my volume is full.
No, sir. It is from the part of audience itself. Their system problem may be that.
They have to increase, sir. It's clear, sir. Let them increase the volume in their system, sir. Continue, sir.
I think the mic is full.
Volume is good. Volume is good. All are saying volume is good only.
Volume is good.
Yeah, it's clear. All are telling clear, sir.
Please carry on, sir.
Good, good.
Thank you.
Actually, the mic is also in full volume. Okay. Now let's see, how does the fight or flight response takes place in our body? Mr. Manoj, am I going a little fast or is it okay?
It's
No,
okay.
it's fine, sir. It's fine.
Okay, great. Now, whenever we face a harmful situation or any threat condition, like a dog is chasing or anything it could be, the body is pumping lot of hormones, as it is written there in the slide: adrenaline, norepinephrine, or cortisol. There are so much of hormones are produced in our body from some of the endocrine glands, and these stress hormones is doing wonderful job to manage the situation with the two options: fight or flight. Manage means face it or run away from it. These are the two options it goes for, and how it does, what action it does. And if you see the next slide, we have a beautiful nervous system, autonomous nervous system. In that autonomous nervous system, there are two kinds of nervous system called sympathetic and parasympathetic. This autonomous nervous system is responsible for all involuntary action. The heart is pumping, lungs is pumping the air. Lot of things are happening 24 hours without our knowledge, without our permission. That is done by autonomic nervous system. And one division of autonomic nervous system, there are two nervous systems called sympathetic and parasympathetic. These two nervous system is highly responsible for making the stress, the response to any dangerous condition or threat or harmful situation. Now, so the body says, please get the body ready for stress. This is the order coming from sympathetic nervous division or nervous system from the brain. It gives a command to the sympathetic system: hey, please prepare the body for stress. Now there is a dog which is chasing him, and he has to either face it or run it, fight or flight response. Now these are the things which is happening in our body. First of all, there is a gland called adrenaline, which sits on top of the kidney. It produces more adrenaline, and it gives a command to the brain to activate the nervous system. And it gives a command to the lungs to breathe in a fast rate. Why? Because every cell needs more oxygen. Now I have to run very fast, and more oxygen is required. More CO2 has to go out. So the lungs have to pump it quite fast. So the breathing rate, it goes very fast because it gives a command to the lungs, neuromuscles, to breathe fast. And it gives a command to heart also. So the heartbeat goes up, pulse rate goes up, BP goes up. Why? Then only the blood will go, means the quantity of blood which is going to every cell will increase. Every cell will work in a high overload condition so that I can run very fast. And it also gives command to our muscles to manage, to fight or to run. So every muscle, it works with a higher efficiency or higher productivity. And also the liver produces more glycogen, which produces more glucose, so that more energy is available now. Also, pancreas is also reducing the insulin so that the sugar in the blood goes up, which is not in the screen, but it happens when stress is there, when these hormones are secreted. And also it stops or it reduces the blood supply to the digestive system, so that temporarily digestive system slows down and the energy is used to face the threat, fight or flight. So all these things are happening whenever we are stressed. Okay, now the condition is over. I am safe. I reached inside my home. Now there is no more dog chasing me. I reached the home. I breathe so fast. I sit in a chair. Now the brain understands, yeah, it's done. It gives a command to the parasympathetic nervous system: hey, please bring back to the normal condition. Everything, whatever it did, please bring back. That is a condition, that is a signal from autonomous nervous system to parasympathetic division to bring back to normal condition. Just to give you an idea, the brain and the nerves are there, and the right side is the sympathetic nervous system. See what are the commands. Even the eye pupil is dilated, so that now I can view too much without looking at back whether the dog is coming close to me or not. I will know without looking at back. And so much of functions is being carried out by all these hormones by sympathetic nervous system. The right hand side, all are activated. Once things are normal, then the parasympathetic nervous system, it has to bring back all that to normal condition. The pupil in the eye is dilated, now it is constricted. And salivary glands, it brings back to normal. Heart rate comes to normal. All these pangs, it has to cool down. It has to bring back to the normal condition. That is a function of parasympathetic nervous system. Now what happened is, if this happens frequently, okay, one day doc was chasing me, that's fine. It is not that it is really a threatful situation to happen for this activation. No. For example, I want to go to office at 8 o'clock. I asked my wife to make the breakfast at 7:30. And 7:25 a.m. my wife is asking, oh, what time you have to go to office? Because I have to make breakfast. Because I already told 3 times that 7:30 I have to leave my home. Breakfast should be ready by 7:15. But she is asking at 7:15 or 7:20, at what time you have to go to office? Now, I have a harmful situation because I have to be in office at 8 o'clock. Now, breakfast is not ready. I have 2 chances, skip the breakfast and go, or ask her to make quickly another breakfast and delay it and face the situation in the office. This is also a stressful situation, and the body reacts to it in the same way as if a dog is chasing you. It's really dangerous situation. So it is not that really die or live situation. Even the normal day-to-day activities at home, at office, in the car, in the bike, in the road, everywhere, if something goes outside my expectation, that can cause stress. If sympathetic nervous system is activated, parasympathetic is cooling down. If it happens daily once, for example, or daily twice, or thrice, or weekly 10 times, believe me, in 5 years' time, nervous system gets weakened. And if the nervous system gets weakened, it's a serious problem to the physical body. And there are problems, headache, fatigue, frequent cold, frequent infections, frequent sickness, skin problem, and mind level, lack of concentration, lack of memory. I don't know whether I put sugar in the coffee or not. Is a lack of memory. I don't know whether I locked my home or not. And lack of concentration. Instead of sugar, I add salt in the coffee. So the lack of concentration, lack of memory, and always I think about negative anything. I become pessimist. I always have something to worry. If everything is good, why everything is good? The doctor says blood report is fine. My God, the laboratory guy might have made a mistake or not. All this will come slowly. If I get stressed over a period of time, I will have mental problems in terms of thinking and in terms of emotions, depression, anxiety, apathy, loss of confidence, and behavior wise also. I will not feel hungry at all, loss of appetite. Low libido, low libido is nothing but lack of sexual desire, lack of sleep. People go for smoking. So there could be changes in terms of physical body level, mind level, emotional level, behavior level. These are the effects of stress within ourselves. So as I said, tomorrow is an exam. My kid is on phone. It can cause stress. Spouse is shouting why I am late to the home. So now I have to think how to face this situation. Should I tell a lie to manage it, or should I tell no, it is late, so what? Should I argue with it or not? So it is a kind of stressful situation the body is going through. The sympathetic, parasympathetic is activated. My sugar level is not under my control. For 10 years I've been trying. Oh my God, Corona. The moment you think of Corona, somebody says Corona. Yeah, I have a slight cough. Oh, could it be Corona? All that is a stress. Daily life. We have a lot of things on day-to-day activities like that examples. We have stressful situations. Just to give you some thought. If dog has to wear some pant, what do you think? The option 1, option 2 is there. It has to wear the pant like option 1 or like option 2. Just think for some few seconds. What would you think for this? Suppose if you think too much, option 1 and option 2. No, this has this disadvantage, this has this advantage, and things like that, you are in stressful condition. If you can think very clearly, then you are not in stressful situation just for asking a question on this simple 2 options for a dog to wear pants. Now, what is stress management? How to manage the stress? There are many ways. Psychiatrists, physiologists, Western philosophers, they tell. And Indians, we are always proud of yoga, which is a solution for anything in our in this earth, right? You be with the nature, Just observe you go to the beach, be one with the nature. Could be a tree, could be any natural situation. And then you automatically, the parasympathetic nervous system does the job beautifully, very fast. Everything calms down. Or music, listen a favorite music. And there are there are a few therapies which you can go for it, like massage, laughter therapy, or all these things will also help. Or do some exercise, just to do some exercises, and the stress hormones are reduced when you do exercise. This medical science says it, right? There are so many ways to manage the stress. We are going to discuss only what is the best management method to manage stress, that is yoga. I hope, what is the time now? 7:06. Okay. Now, we think yoga means yogasana, putting my leg on the neck. No, yogasana is 1/8 of yoga. The word yoga means unites, or harmony, or no conflict. There is no difference. There is no conflict at all. Yoga means harmony. Now, what is harmony? If you take ourselves, we have three components: the physical body, we have a mind, and we have some energy which is making us alive. Otherwise, I am dead. We call it as a soul, spirit, life force, life energy, prana shakti, uir, jivan, atma. All that refers to the one single thing. Without that, I am dead. There is some energy which is making me alive. We call that as a life force. We have a mind, we have a physical body with organs, right? Now, if any of the one is not in harmony, the body and mind, body and life force, we are in stressful situation. We have a problem. Body, mind, and energy. If all three are working with a perfect harmony, no stress. Medical science says if you go to bed, within 60 seconds you have to sleep. If not, something is wrong. Either body or mind or life force, something is wrong. The harmony is disturbed. I can't sleep. It has to be set right. It has to be fixed. There is some stress to the mind, or some stress to the body, or some stress to the energy particles, energy. Yoga is any practice which helps to achieve harmony among the three: body, mind, and life force. Not only that, I am in perfect harmony, but I am fighting with my wife, I am fighting with my T-boy in the office. I have to be in harmony with the society as well. So yoga helps to achieve harmony between myself and the society. Not only that, the ultimate objective of yoga is to achieve harmony with the supreme power, Almighty, God, you name anything. There is a power which is managing everything. Who is digesting my food? Somebody is digesting it, right? That power is called supreme power, Almighty God. I need to have harmony with that supreme power also. Then I can enjoy a blissful life. So yoga provides all these things to our life. According to World Health Organization, good health means not just absence of disease. Good health means 4 dimensions: physical health, mental health, social health, spiritual health. Exactly all these are being taught here. And also people think yoga means after 60 years, when I retire, I will take care of yoga. No, yoga helps to improve our IQ, EQ, SQ, intelligent quotient, spiritual quotient, emotional quotient, so that I can be successful in whatever I do in materialistic world as well. So yoga helps really to improve our personality in all walks of life. Now, what is the linking mechanism between the body, mind, and life force? We need to identify it. If we can identify what is the linking mechanism connecting all the three, and connecting here and connecting here, if I can work something with that linking, then I can achieve harmony among all that. Among all the 5, I can get harmony. Oh, so what is the connecting link? Can I request all of you to do a small experiment for 1 minute? It is a simple experiment. What I want all of you to do is just observe me now, and then you do it. I am just going to keep my palms with 1 inch apart. Just 1 inch is this much is a gap between the palms, and the palms are in front of my chest, and the armpit is open, and I am sitting erect, not like this, like that, compressed, or sitting erect and keeping my palms with 1 inch apart in front of my chest. Now, what we are going to do is, I will ask you to close the eyes, focus your full attention on the palms. You just think of your palm. If I ask you to think about Amalapal, you will think about Amalapal, right? Similarly, you think about the palm for next 1 minute. Just close your eyes, think about the palm, your hand for 1 minute. After 1 minute, I will tell you at that time, you just bring it close, but don't touch it and take it away. Bring it close and take it away. With the mind focused on the palm, focused on the palm. You are thinking only on the palm with the eyes closed, bring it close, take it away. Bring it close, take it away. Until you feel what is happening between the palms, you please, can we all do that small experiment? So time starts now. Keep your hand in front of chest for a minute like this. Please focus your attention between the palms and close your eyes. Now bring it close and take it away. Bring it close, take it away until you feel what is happening between the palms. You please keep doing it. Bring it close, take it away. Bring it close, take it away. Okay, now you can open your eyes. I am sure I don't want to, I don't have the luxury of time to ask you the feedback. I am sure you might have felt some magnetic force between the palms. The panelists, you can confirm, right? Yeah. So you felt some magnetic energy between the palms. In 1 minute, I am able to feel the magnetic energy. That is a linking between all these five, among all the five. We have biomagnetism. It is called biomagnetism within our body. And Einstein says, if you can match the frequency of that biomagnetic wave, you can achieve whatever you wanted in your life. This is said by a scientist, Einstein, not by a philosopher or a sage or sannyasi. No, by Einstein. This is what said by our sages 5,000 years ago as well. We have some energy within us. Everything is with respect to this energy. How I handle my energy. Mind is nothing but this biomagnetic energy. Biomagnetic wave, and it has a frequency. If I am stressed, the frequency goes up. If I am not stressed, frequency comes down. That's all. If I can reduce my frequency, external environment doesn't affect me at all. I am in peaceful condition irrespective of the outside environment. So I need to work on my mind to reduce my mind frequency. Now, one thing you have to understand, whether really the dog is chasing or not, even if I imagine that dog is chasing, all the reactions are taking place in my body, unfortunately. This is proved again and again by the medical community. So I am sitting here, I think a dog is at behind chasing me. Sympathetic, parasympathetic, everything is activated, hormones are pumped, pulse rate goes up. My God, it's a stressful situation, even if I think. So we are normally have lot of imagination, which can cause stress to us. Now, are we designed to go through this stressful condition? Not at all. The God's design is not like that. We don't know how to manage my mind. If I can manage my mind, I can face the situation. First of all, I need to understand why stress comes first. Stress is a psychological pain because my inability to accept the reality. Why I am not able to accept the reality? Because I have attachment to 5 things. Materials means money, wealth, anything, material. The second is name and fame. The third is sensual pleasures. And the fourth is the power. And the fifth is the people. Wife, children, brother, sister, friend, anyone you take. We have too much of attachment on all these 3. If I ask my son to bring 1 glass of water and he broke it in between and the glass broke, I am stressed. Simple situation. I am stressed. You don't have sense. Why? Your eyes are at the back or what? All that shouting takes place here. Because I am attached to my son. I am attached to that glass which is costing 10 rupees because it got broke. So why I am first stressed? I am not accepting the reality. We should minimize our expectation. Why I should minimize the expectation? Is there anything wrong in expecting it? Yes, it is a big mistake. I have every right to do any action, but I have no control on my result. I can put anything to get I wanted in my life, but the result is not in my hand. Then why I should expect it? So that we need to understand first, why stress comes in the first place. And we all know how much hormones are getting affected, nervous system is affected, and we need to do some practice to manage the stress, to bring down my parasympathetic nervous system quickly. Otherwise, sympathetic nervous system should not get activated in the first place. That will be a long-term solution. How can I do it? Some practices. What kind of practice? Number one practice, I have to reduce my mind frequency. How can I do it? Some kind of meditation. You learn any meditation. No need to learn our meditation. We also teach one meditation. Any meditation will help you to bring down your mind frequency. If you do meditation every day, 20 minutes, over a period of time, even outside the meditation hours, your mind frequency will be less. Then you will not be stressed at all. Whether you are a collector or CEO, doesn't matter. External situation will not affect me. So frequency has to be reduced. There are few other ways like breathing exercise will help you to reduce that, and relaxation. You just relax in a place. That also will help you to reduce your stress hormones. Now, there is a biomagnetism. There is a universal magnetism, which is the Almighty, supreme power. And if you can do meditation, we can access super conscious mind. Then you have great connection with the infinity. Okay, then you can have a blissful life. I think I will conclude here by saying that some meditation and breathing exercise or relaxation will help you to manage the stress. If you do it for 6 months, a year, after that, you don't need to do practice, do this. Mind frequency will be settled down at a lower level. You can face any situation. And with the awareness that I should not have imaginary expectations. And I should not have too much attachment on anything. You should have attachment. I should have affection to my son. But when I need to detach it, I need to detach it. That's all. That is a yogic solution to manage the stress. And the breathing. If you observe your breath, the best thing. Nobody can steal your peace. And we will be doing a small meditation at the end now, observing our breath, which we will be explaining to you. These are some slides which proves that if you do a meditation, how the brain MRI is changed. Okay. So stress is not what happens to us. It is our response to what happens. And a response is something we can choose. So it is in your hands. I'm sure you are all smarter than what you think. So you have to choose the right option to. So with this, I conclude. I really thank every one of you and mastermind organizers for giving me this great opportunity to share my views. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Sir, there's a question, is stress caused by only expectation, or is it due to the lack of skill to handle the situation?
The stress can be increased because of inefficiency, lack of skill, inability, fear. So if I know that my immune system is strong, so because I have been doing yoga for 20-25 years, so I am not at all worried about corona. So my wife, she started doing exercise only for last 10 years. So definitely, yes, we need to develop our skill set. I mean, whatever ways I can improve, absolutely, yes, it is right. I need to work on it.
Sir, can you repeat things we are attached to? There's one comment like that.
Great, which yes, that's a great question, and that is a small. You need to understand that logic behind that. Now, I said detached attachment. That is real definition of renunciation according to our group. Renunciation is not like a sannyasi leaving everything. No, 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 I will not use phone, I will not use chapel. No, not at all. Use everything, whatever required for to make your life comfortable, but detach it when something goes wrong. For example, I asked my son to bring 1 glass of water. He broke it and my passport was there, wet. It became wet. Now, how I shout my son, my God, you are 15-year-old boy, you are not able to bring 1 glass of water because of that attachment. Now, when my brother's son was in my home, I asked my brother's son to bring 1 glass of water. He also broke it and my passport got wet. Now, how I will react to it? Oh, hey, be safe. Don't move anywhere. Be safe, stand there. I have to remove all these glass pieces. Then you please come out of it. Now I will clear the mess. How I am reacting to it? Because here the attachment is too much with my son. I am not able to detach it. Whereas my brother's son, I don't have that much attachment. I am in a detached mode. As if it happens to somebody, I am advising, I am safely managing the stressful situation. So detached attachment is when something goes wrong against your expectation, come out, observe as a third person, and then face the situation. You will be able to make a right decision to manage the situation without harming yourself or harming even other person. So that is called detached attachment.
So next question is renunciation also another desire?
Another desire, you mean? Renunciation means, for example, to me, I watch most of the Tamil movies which is released in, even Malayalam movies also, my wife likes it. So we go every movie. People ask, oh, you are a yoga master. You are also watching. What is wrong in it? I have to enjoy the life. Nothing wrong. But I have to be in moderation. Where I need to detach, I have to detach myself. So sannyasi, the sannyasi means not renouncing everything. Be in moderation. Follow the detached attachment. It is also a desire. It helps me actually. The idli is nice. I can't keep on making eating 10 idlis. There is a problem here. Idli is so soft. I am seeing this idli after 2 years, so I should not eat 10 idlis, right? So renunciation means, detached attachment means, no, I can digest only 6 idlis. Even if you give me 1 million rupees, sorry, my stomach is not a dustbin to damage it. Throw it out. For me, 6 idlis is enough. Stop it there. So yeah, it is a desire, but we should all go for it.
There are a lot of words of appreciations which I am not reading because we will have to go for a relaxation meditation. Is life not a desire?
Definitely it is a desire, and living itself is a proof of desire. Desire, we never say that you should not have desire. We all misunderstood what Buddha said. Desire is the root cause of all evils. No. Inordinate desire, immoral desire, the desire which can cause pain to me or to others is the desire which we should not go after it. Living itself is a desire. So we should have desire. We should go after every desire we have in our life. But we have to make sure it doesn't give me pain, either now or in future, either to me or to anybody else. If I can work on that way, we have to go after every desire in our life. Ambition is really important. If I tell you, no, don't desire on anything, my God, we can't live. We have to be practical. We have to be realistic, right? So desire is important. We have to go after it, but we have to moralize the desire. The one which is good for me, I have to go for it. Thank you.
Sir, how the bioenergy sensation can help?
The bioenergy sensation is just to give you an idea to feel your energy within us. Now, if you learn the meditation from our Sky Center, there are practices to reduce the biomagnetic energy, and there are some practices in 10-15 minutes of practice. You can increase your biomagnetism. If I can increase my biomagnetism, I can be energetic throughout the day. I can be dynamic. I can improve my immune system. So the biomagnetic is the basic fuel for this car, this engine. So if I can feel it now, the moment you learn the meditation, you can feel more energy if you can practice the meditation, by which you can increase the quantity of biomagnetism, quality of biomagnetism, and you can reduce the frequency of biomagnetism so that I am out of all my emotional band. Great questions. And there is a great strength as well, 226, which is good.
Yeah.
We have touched almost 230, 230 was the maximum.
Yeah, right, right. Great.
There are a lot of positive comments, appreciations just flowing in like non-stop, which I have not read it. Probably, can we go for the meditation if possible?
No,
Yeah.
like before that, we'll go for the vote of thanks by Soma Sajeevan and followed by the meditation session.
Fine.
Soma sir, can you please?
Okay. What to say? As Soman sir was talking, there are many people and many questions, and we would love to get him for the whole day. And there will be many, many days. And what you are talking all these days, Manoj, it only proves that the today's speaker, guest speaker Muthu, is an outstanding person. He brought his all educational qualities and experiences and the complete yogic mind, how one can come from entire situations. Initially it was like a motivation talk, then you can say it is a scientific talk, then you can say there's a universe process and procedures, and many of the definitions are, though some of the people are very good in our line, some of the people are psychologists, some of the people have done many courses. This speech and this talk today has brought in everything. Actually, it is like a avial we call. There's a mix of everything one can take. Even if people, the participants on this day, if they pick up or if they have picked up any of the definitions which Muthu has given, actually that alone can transfer or transform their lives. And there is a lot of positivity. And it was like a heavy rain. It was unending. It is flowing and never ending. It was like a waterfall in a meditation. There is no end to the subject. That's what Soman sir was trying to ask a few more questions to add on. And there is an answer for every question what we are having. We would love to have him again for a longer session or maybe some other activities about him. We are absolutely thrilled. And everybody, I think almost everybody has made some notes about what are the few things like, what yoga or music or therapy or spa or exercise or hobby, how do you manage all those things? And we understood what is stress itself. It is not the incident or the event. It is how we react, how we respond to a situation. There is nothing for us to do stress management. We have to manage ourselves. Our inner strength, our mind and our body, how do you react to all those people? And for in the name of God and touching everyone's heart, I just give the best of thank you to the speaker and the guest, and we have got all our people having so much of gratitude for the growth he has brought in. And thanks are due to the lead and Thomas sir for initiating the entire initiative of this century, can say, for us. And for Manoj, because of you, and you are very persistent and consistent and sufficient, proficient, and you are being completely, today morning you have given a structure to this day's talk. We liked it, actually speaking, and we are going by that. It is a nice and natural ending, because when it is ending with a relaxation or a meditation, further talk on that may not be very good shining. So it is up to the speaker or the visitor, the guest today, and all the participants. My whole team from Gujarat is there. So it was very good that the speech was in English. I got Amit, the leader in the Gujarat, and entire Ahmedabad team is there. There are many other people, around 300 people coming for our Palghat session. I really appreciate it. Let there be many more sessions like that. And thanks to you and thanks to our technical expert who has brought the system up and right, and there was no glitches. Absolutely, it was very clear, and his talk was actually on-flowing. It continuously flowing. There was no break. There was no absolutely technical glitch. Absolutely, it is a total wholesome experience wherein body, mind, and spirit we are intact together. In fact, my hand, as was it's a magnetic pull, there was a vibration. This was absolutely a meditation there itself. So I am waiting for a long and good meditation session, which is our usual concluding session. I wanted to thank each and every one who participated. And we, in our group, we'll be having such good talks in the future also. So whenever such talks are there, we'll communicate. Please join and talk to your friends and add more and more people, because this group, whatever we are doing on this mastermind, we are just professional colleagues, and we wanted to help each and every one to live a better life. So there is no other classification required. Anybody who is positive, anybody who wants to grow, anybody who has got an idea, we are a very informal, nice set of friends. And this is one of the greatest evening. You have added value. Whoever has come for this meeting, I am 100% sure you have added something in your life. You are carrying some very good inputs. In case any doubts or clarification, please write to us. Some of us will be able to, at least Manoj will be able to get those questions to the speaker, and more answers will be coming. This is what I want to say. Everyone, you have just participate actively in this meditation also. Meditation is something which is a blessing, is a God-sent thing. Do not leave the call. Take this meditation, then go for a good sleep. And I just wanted to say good night and take all the energy with you. Let us be open, mind, body, and spirit. Thank you once again for all the people, guests, and participants, and especially for the speaker. We love you.
Yeah, that was an awesome speech. Word of thanks, Suman sir. And see, we are only intending to enhance the knowledge. If one person can benefit from this session, and more people can benefit this session, we feel blessed. So thanks to all of you. And session on the floor is to Muthu sir for the meditation.
Sir,
yeah, sure, sir.
Sir, there are different questions which has come, like, they got the net disconnected in between, and they were asking if this Zoom can be uploaded in the YouTube, in the channel. Can we do it?
I don't know. I think the host is recording. Yeah, still
No,
says
we can do it with your permission, sir.
Yeah, absolutely. I have no problem at all. This is your property, actually. Nothing to do with me. I am just as a speaker, so you have every right to do it.
Thank you, sir. It'll be done. I'll put it in the.
Sure,
sir. Please.
Thank you so much for your word of thanks. I'm really happy for all your feedback and encouraging words. Now we will do a small meditation for 10 minutes, and you don't need to have any knowledge about that. I'm just going to give explanation about that meditation also. So it will be like a guided meditation. You just follow what I am saying. The only couple of conditions: you please try to sit erect, not in a compressed manner. Your spine, neck, and head should be one straight line, and with the eyes closed. If possible, you can link your hands like this. This is more enough, right? You can sit in a sofa or anywhere. Absolutely is fine.
How to link the hands? Tell me, palm.
Yeah, you just link your hands like this. Is called. Okay. This is one mudra actually. This. Okay. So you just link it like this. Okay. You are able to see it, right?
Yeah. I want to keep it on the lap, right?
Yeah, on the lap, on the thighs. Yeah, on the thighs. So sit erect. Close your eyes. Let's start the meditation. Close your eyes. Now we are going to do a meditation. The atmosphere around us is being purified by the divine power. Just think that where you are sitting, the atmosphere around your location, your place, is purified by the supreme power, the divine power. The atmosphere around us is being purified by the divine power. The atmosphere around us is being purified by the divine power. The divine power descends upon us and we are being purified. Just imagine that divine power enters our body and it is purifying myself. The divine power descends upon us and we are being purified. The divine power descends upon us and we are being purified. Now we are going to take a protection from the divine. So just imagine that like a Colgate ring, the divine energy is going to protect me. The divine power may protect us, lead us, guide us in all our activities, day and night, at all times, at all places. Just imagine that the divine energy is surrounding me and protecting me and guiding me and always with me at all times, at all places. So just imagine like that. Now we are going to touch mother's feet mentally. Mentally think of your mother, touch her feet and take her blessings. Salutations to mother. Then you salutations to father. Mentally think of your father, daddy. Touch his feet and take the blessings of your father. Salutations to your master. Whoever has guided you in your life, think of them and take their blessings as well. And give salutation, give pranams to them as well. Now what we are going to do is, we are just going to observe our own breath. You are not inhaling and exhaling now. To start with, inhalation and exhalation is taking place automatically. But what you are going to do, we always think externally. Now, stop all that external process. Focus inside. Whatever breathing going on, some inhalation, some exhalation is taking place all the time, continuously. Just observe your own breath. Just observe your own breath. Or what we will do, what we will do, just close your eyes, no worries. You just inhale, take a deep inhalation with the mind focused on your breath. Just inhale, take a long inhalation, but with the mind focused on your breath. And exhale. Exhalation is longer than inhalation, but with the mind focused on your breath and no sound is coming from your nose. Quietly you are doing it with the body erect condition. So keep doing this for a couple of minutes. You inhale and exhale. Exhalation takes longer than inhalation. And mind focused on your breath. You are not thinking anything else. You are just focusing on breath. Inhale, inhale, exhale. Breathe in, breathe out. Just keep doing this for a couple of more minutes. Inhale, exhale, focus your attention on your breath. Now we can stop the inhalation and exhalation process. Let it happen automatically. Whatever breathing taking place, you just observe it. You are not inhaling, you are not exhaling, but breathing is taking place all the time. You just observe the air which is going in, the air which is coming out. Just observe your own breath. be blessed by the divine. Just keep your eyes closed, follow the instructions. Now we are concluding our meditation. In this peaceful state of mind, let us do some auto-suggestion. Auto-suggestion is an affirmation, a positive affirmation, and we are programming our subconscious mind if you do this after the meditation. By the grace of divine bliss, we enjoy good health. Imagine that you are the healthiest person. We enjoy good health. Long life. We are all going to live for 120 years. Long life. Prosperity. We have no shortage of wealth, money at any point of my lifetime. Prosperity. Wisdom. We know what is right and what is wrong throughout my life. And peace. By the grace of divine bliss, we enjoy good health, long life, prosperity, wisdom, and peace. By the grace of divine bliss, we enjoy good health, long life, prosperity, wisdom, and peace. Now let us also bless others. In this peaceful state of mind, if we can bless, every thought is like energy. It has no time distance limitation. It is like a bullet in a rifle. It will go and reach the destination. So we are just going to bless all the people around us. Let's start with blessing our life partner. Husband should bless wife. Wife should bless the husband. If somebody is not married, bless your parents. Mentally think of your life partner. Say, be blessed by the divine. You can tell in your own mother tongue, Valga Valamudan, or whatever. Mentally think of your life partner. Bless from your heart by saying, be blessed by the divine. Tell 10 times, 5 times. Now let us bless our children one by one. Mentally think of our kids. From, if you have 2 kids, first kid, elder one. Mentally think of him. Say, be blessed by the divine. And then the second child, then the third child. Bless all the children one by one. If they are married, bless the entire family of your kid. Now let us bless our brothers and sisters one by one. Mentally think of your brother, every sibling. Brother, his family. Sister, his family. And say, be blessed by the divine. Then let us bless all our close relatives. Uncle, aunties, grandfather, all our close relatives one by one. And important friends who are very close to you, who are well-wisher to you. Now let us bless all our colleagues, subordinates, superiors in our office or day-to-day activities. Whoever you are interacting on day-to-day activities, bless each one of them so that they live in harmony with us. And if you think of having anyone who is inimical to you, or if somebody has been bothering you, torturing you, or giving pain to you, mentally think of them and bless them as well, so that they also change their attitude and live in harmony with us. Forgive them and bless them, whoever has been giving you pain. This mental thought wave will reach them and change them over a period of time. So bless all the people who are troubling you, who has been giving pain to you. And let us expand our mind and bless the entire world community. May the whole world enjoy prosperity, happiness, and peace. Expand your mind to the entire universe, or at least the earth. May the whole world enjoy prosperity, happiness, and peace. May the whole world enjoy prosperity, happiness, and peace. And twofold moral principles. If we can follow these principles in our life, we will not, definitely all our problems will start coming down. I, in my lifetime, will not give pain to others, physically or mentally. I, in my lifetime, will not give pain, either physically or mentally. To the extent possible, I will remove the pain of others. I, in my lifetime, will not give pain to others, physically or mentally. To the extent possible, I will remove the pain of others. I, in my lifetime, will not give pain to others, either physically or mentally. To the extent possible, I will remove the pain of others. Let us also bless all the participants of this session, mastermind session, with their families to enjoy good health, long life, prosperity, wisdom, and peace. Let us bless all the members with their families. Now let us conclude our meditation. May the peace prevail within us. May the peace prevail all around us. And may the peace prevail all around the world. Peace, peace, peace. Thank you. Now you can open your eyes. The meditation is over. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much. God bless you.
Thank you.
We are truly blessed to have you, sir. No words.
My
Okay,
pleasure.
as
I have to
usual.
thank you.
And
Thank you.
thank you for readily accepting. Thank you for initiating. Thanks again for the support of Mr. Anthony. Thanks to Samaji for the excellent words.
Thank you.
Okay,
it's a
thank
God,
you.
It's a God's blessing, actually.
Thank you.
Sir,
Divine.
Muthu
So
sir's,
divine. The meditation also. So divine.
Muthu sir's email ID is asked.
Yeah, I can tell you, I will write to.
No, Manoj can send it, actually. Manoj
Yeah,
can.
yeah. I'll share it, sir.
Yeah, please.
Okay.
Yeah. I think you can put it in chat box or whatever.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. I'll do it.
So, sir, I wish to add one word about this program. Just that in this my lockdown, this is the last program. The license will be expired today night. I'm not renewing the license. Will be locked down for 15 days, the renovating time. So it was a blessing to get this excellent session, the meditation and all the session. Thank you, Muthu sir, and all the organizations, Aman sir, Manoj sir, Soman sir, and all the team behind this program. Thank you for this excellent session. Thank you.
Thank you. I was just thinking why your video was not coming. Now you come at the end. Thank you.
Technical support should be in the behind.
Great.
That is a good one.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. I will leave the meeting. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Can we also switch to the other view now?
Pardon?
No, sir. Yeah, only
Not possible.
panelists can be doing.
Yeah.
So you can conclude it, sir.
Sir,
Yeah,
close
fine.
it.
So I think
Sir, close it. Okay.
yeah, just 2 minutes. When
Sure.
so it YouTube link.
Sir, YouTube link ചോദിക്കുന്നുണ്ട്.
I put it in Thoman's point.
അത് മതി കമന്റ്സ് അതിലിട്ടാൽ മതി.
There's a Thoman's point in the YouTube link on I'll load this, sir.
Yeah. Just can you answer that?
I have answered it, sir.
Okay.
Done, sir.
Yeah, we will just wait till any questions or whatever.
So the Manoj, this I think he said the slides can be shared. That's what he's telling. Whatever is shared.
The video, sir. It will be shared. Sir, in the
Video,
video,
yes.
slide is already there.
Okay, sir. No problem.
Fine, sir.
Very good session, Manoj. Thank you very much.
Manoj, sir, so much
Yeah.
support.
All right. Thanks to Anthony.
Anthony.
That's why I was sure it will cross 100 and
Very good. That was very good decision.
Just because of Anthony.
Anthony. That's
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
So Paul got touched 300 today. Okay.
Okay. See you.
Okay, sir. Bye-bye.